Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, a very warm welcome. Welcome to a video which is going to be partly a chatty flip through of this journal that you can see here, and partly a craft with me. And all of this is my design team project for VectoriaDesigns. This month they launched their absolutely stunning greenery gratitude journal pack. It's already available in their shop, so I will have the links in the description for you. But this kit is it was such a pleasure to work with it, not only because, as you will see as we flip through this journal, it's a gorgeous kit, beautiful papers, amazing soft colors, a lot of turquoise and pink and gold, which is everything that I love, but also because of the message. So it's a gratitude journal kit. And before we start, I just wanted to share something with you. So I hope Troy, the person from VectoriaDesigns who I am in contact with when it comes to my design team projects, I hope you won't mind if you're watching this, but I just wanted to read out to you guys what he wrote to me about this kit when he emailed it to me, and he wrote, "This launch is extremely close to our heart. Every single one of us on the VectoriaDesigns team believe deeply in love, support and gratitude. We try our best to use these to guide all of our decisions. This journal is designed to help crafters foster gratitude and love for themselves and the world around them in a fun and engaging way." So I was so excited to work with it because it's such a beautiful meaning behind this kit, and I am just so happy to be designing or like making these design teams projects for a business, you know, for a shop which kind of has the same values as I do, and I believe as many of us do. So I just wanted to read it out to you guys quickly, so you know that I'm really happy and really grateful, and I believe in my heart, like, that it's a right thing, you know, that I am doing these design teams projects for a business with such a beautiful message. So anyway, this is the journal that I made for their project, and if you remember our Pastel Blossoms journals that we haven't worked on in a while, but we definitely will very soon. Let me grab it. Okay, so I kind of made the cover similar in style and theme, kind of on purpose, because both of these journals are very important to me, and they will go to very special people, which I will tell you all about probably sometime in the future when they are all finished. But this is the gratitude journal, so I went with the fairy image here in the window, and on purpose, again, I chose an image with like two fairies in one picture, because for me, like, what I am grateful for, one of the things I'm most grateful for is people in my life, and these are both people that I physically have in my life, so my loved ones, my friends, my family, but also all of you guys, so people that I contact with online, our beautiful supportive community. This is just something I'm so grateful for, and also something I try to remember to always be grateful for and never take for granted, because I don't know for you guys, but for me, kind of the pandemic was like a wake-up call in a way to not only love people in my life, but also never take them for granted, because like, I love my mom so much, and I used to take for granted the fact that I live only an hour and a half drive from her, and I can always, you know, jump in my car and go see her, and I will always be able to see her. And then the pandemic came, and I wasn't able to see her, even though we live so close by. So definitely like a wake-up call, and definitely a reminder not to take people in our life for granted. So this is what I was going for with this cover. Also, kind of accidentally, I guess, or maybe subconsciously, I chose a color which looks almost exactly like my nail polish, and it's a beautiful turquoise, and it has cracks all over the cover, all over the spine, and the color underneath, the color peeking through those cracks and those distress elements is gold. So I just think it turned out so interesting. There is some like spilt water effect, there is a lot of texture on this cover, and there is also some gold embossing. And just a like a short break here. I often get questions about this nail polish, so just in case you guys know, this is the one that I use. It's from Golden Rose. It's the Rich Color series, sort of, and the color number is 19. I don't know if it's available, like where it's available. I buy it online, and it's not anything special. It's quite cheap, really, but I love the color selection. They have a lot of really nice teals and blues. So yeah. So this journal has 4 signatures, and it's like a blank journal for now. So let's go inside. We have some nice ribbons, again with the gold accents as a closure. And let's see the kit. So first page here, the end page, and also this little page peeking through this. These are from the kit, and I think you can like immediately see what I was talking about. There's a lot of like gold splatters, gold elements, turquoise, beautiful blue, beautiful violet colors, so pretty. Yeah, I love it so much. So I made this journal. This is supposed to be a gratitude journal. Of course you can use it for anything really, but I feel like having a journal specifically for your gratitude is such a great idea. You can fill those pages with all the things that you are grateful for, with pictures of people in your life you're grateful for, everything really. And so I paired the kit from VectoriaDesigns with some other digital kits. This is from Medieval Mirage. Then this is a beautiful page from the kit. I mean, I just love it. The watercolor look, the gold elements, so gorgeous. Then it has so many prompts, again, perfect for a gratitude journal. So this says, my gratitude top 10 of all time, and you just have a whole lined page to journal. And I also I tried to leave you a lot of space to I tried to leave in this journal a lot of space to fill with all the gratitude. So this is like a vintage ledger, beautiful botanical pages, soft colors. This is a parchment paper. This is my fabric dyed page. Then quotes. There are also a lot of beautiful quotes in this kit. So this says, when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. So this is exactly what I was talking about, you know, with people in my life. You can love them and still take them for granted when you're not actively grateful for them being in your life. And yeah, this was a hard lesson this year for me, so I'm definitely trying to be more actively grateful. So we have some coffee stained pages. We have this is antique papery. This comes from this is like a reproduction of the Victorian Garden Catalogue book. More beautiful gratitude quotes. This page is just so pretty. I just had to add it to the middle of the signature So more pretty book pages and pretty papers. Beautiful. There are a lot of these frames where you can like write little notes or maybe your favorite quotes from the kit. And also this kit comes with a lot. Oh, this says I'm grateful to myself, because, which is awesome. We often forget to be grateful to ourselves as well. So this kit also comes with a lot of ephemera, and I will show it to you in a moment. But there are a lot of like interactive bits and prompts that you can use, more gratitude quotes. Yeah. Gratitude is one of the most powerful human emotions. When expressed, it changes attitude, brightens outlook, and broadens our perspective. So true and so beautiful. Gorgeous page. This is from like a very old Atlas of Roses. It's a Polish book actually, so you get some Polish here on the back and also some space for journaling. More book pages and pretty kit pages. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind this being like a chatty video. This says today I'm grateful for, but I just felt like I had to chat to you a little bit about gratitude, because it's such an important topic to me, and I mentioned it. Look how stunning. Today I'm grateful for. I mentioned it in a few videos already, how grateful I am to be like part of our crafting community here on YouTube, here online. I love this little corner of the internet of ours. So stunning. Where we show each other love and support, and we inspire each other, and this is something I am constantly grateful for. So yeah, it just means a lot to me, this kit, more from the Atlas of Roses, and I just wanted to chat with you about it. People I am grateful to have in my life, and you have the whole page, and you could put pictures on this page. And also guys, because there are a lot of like beautiful pages in this journal that you may not want to cover, but I actually filmed a video, and it's going to be published probably next week sometime, maybe next Friday. It's going to be a junk journal with me. There's some poetry, and in the video I'm going to show you how I use in my personal junk journal those beautiful pages without covering them up, how you can actually use, you know, book pages, because of course you can glue things over them, but then maybe you don't want to lose the beautiful images. So stay tuned if you would like to see some tips on how I use my beautiful pages in my personal journal. So this is draw a question card and answer here, and this is amazing because you get so many question cards in the ephemera part of this kit. So I will show it to you in a sec. We have more blank space for your journaling. Again, draw a question card. More poetry from Kipling, beautiful, and some sketches. This is from an antique dictionary of gardening. Again, some space to journal on people you are grateful for to have in your life. And it's great that some of the prompts kind of repeat, and you get them like twice maybe in the journal, because it kind of makes you go a little bit out of the box, because maybe, you know, the first things that comes to your mind is family. So you journal all about how you are grateful for your family and friends, and that's amazing. But then you come across another page with the same prompt, and you are like, well, I've already journaled about my family and friends, so who else I'm grateful for? Maybe I'm grateful for my online community, so people I don't get to see, but they are still part of my life, you know. Or maybe I'm grateful for like the people who work in the post office and the shop that they are still working despite the fact that we are in a global pandemic and it's actually not very safe to be working. So, you know, really makes you go out of the box a little bit. I love it. More pretty flower pages. This is a very old notebook page. The coloring is all natural and it actually has some, I think this is actually in English. That's interesting. But this, I don't know, maybe this is like chemistry notes or something like that, but this can be easily covered up, and this is a beautiful page to journal on. Then we have more pretty pages from the kit, more places for your journaling and more flowers. I really tried to stay in like this soft color scheme and also add pinks and blues and the colors and greens that are in the kit. So pretty. I love the watercolor look. If you've watched my previous video where we made watercolor backgrounds for tags, then you know how much I love the watercolor look. And this, I just had to have this gorgeous landscape here in the middle. It actually has another gorgeous landscape on this side, but I had to choose one because, you know, just seeing it makes me grateful for beauty that we have still in the world, for nature, for everything, you know. Just when you see a pretty sunset, when you see a pretty sunrise, or maybe it's raining and then you see a rainbow or anything, you can still be grateful for it. So even if it's hard, I always try to find something to be grateful for, because it's very easy, especially nowadays, to kind of fall into this trap of feeling very negative and thinking negative thoughts. And of course, it's not easy to stay positive. I'm kind of having a hard time myself, but definitely I'm making an effort to stay grateful for the things that I still have in my life. This is just wow. I love these colors so much, and these little plant clusters, so beautiful. The vintage paper, and this is the end. So I love this journal. I'm very tempted to keep it for myself, but I won't. I have a plan for it as for my Pastel Blossoms journals, and I will tell you all about it in a little while when this is finished. But for now, oops, sorry guys. Let's look at the. I still have my flowers from the previous video in my desk. Let's look at the ephemera. So first of all, the kit comes with a lot of these question cards, and they are amazing because they are like an interactive element, and you know how I love my interactive elements in my journals. So this is like write a short letter of gratitude to your mother, to your best friend, to your own heart. This is amazing. Describe your favorite drink and why you are grateful for it. Look around you, which object are you most grateful for and why? And there are so many of these. I only cut a few, but I have like, I think 2 full pages more of these, so I'm pretty sure you get like 5 pages of these, at least 4, but I think it's 5 of these in the kit. So these are amazing, and also all the bits and pieces that you get, I only cut some of them, but are so beautiful with those same soft colors and a lot of gold and a lot of like watery watercolor look. So pretty. And some like labeled like words, so thankful, gratitude, spark, hope. Then there are those which are like blobs of paint. You can see another one here, just so pretty, beautiful note pages. What else do we have here? Flowers, gorgeous for decorating. And also I printed out some, they always have those full-sized pages for your covers or for lining inside the journal, so I printed them as well, and you can see just how pretty they are, and we are going to be doing something with these today. This is like a very soft watercolor background look, and you can do so many things with this. I am in love with this kit. This is like, this is me, you know. This is what I love. This is gorgeous, very beautiful. And then this one. Okay, so let me tell you what I have in mind for today. So for today I thought we could do a quick but beautiful envelope, because I want to attach an envelope and I want to make it special, so pretty. And I want to tag those question cards inside, so you can, you know, if you have them inside the journal, you can always grab one or two of them and journal if you're like out of ideas for journaling prompts. And I want this envelope to be special and be beautiful and kind of reflect the vibe that we have with these papers. So we're definitely going to be using some of this. We're going to be using some gold, maybe some gold splatters, some gold sprinkly embellishments, and oh my goodness, this is so cute. I haven't seen this before. VectoriaDesigns is grateful for you. Thank you so much. Draw another card. I mean, doesn't this just make you smile? You know, you draw this card and you're like, oh guys, I'm grateful for you too. Anyway, so enough of me talking. Let's get to some crafting. Okay, so what I think I want to do first is to decide which paper I want to make my envelope from, and there are too many choices, too many beautiful choices, but I am kind of drawn to, oh, this is so pretty, but for some reason I'm drawn to this one. I don't know why, maybe because I just love this color here. It's like a little bit of muted teal, and it's just so gorgeous. I think it would look gorgeous as an envelope. And to make this envelope, oh, the sun is coming up. That's so nice. We've had a couple of sunny days, cold but sunny. And today is, I think, supposed to be sunny as well, so that's amazing. So we are going to use, or I am going to use at least, this envelope from, this is an envelope template, and you can download it from for free from one of my previous videos, and I will link it below for you, so you can download this yourself, or if you have like an envelope punch board or another template, then feel free to use it as well. I think I am going to maybe try to reduce the sunlight a little bit because it is maybe too bright. I don't know what's going to happen with my lighting here in the video, so give me a sec, guys. Okay, so that should be better, at least until I finish filming. So let me just draw around it, and I'm going to cut it out of this paper and fold it, and we will see what we want to sort of do next with it. I'm definitely thinking of making some kind of a window for this envelope. I was thinking of, I don't know if this is going to work, but I was thinking of making a vellum, some washi tape, of making a vellum window that I would emboss, you know, with heat embossing as some gold embossing powder. I have no idea if you can emboss vellum. I've never done this before, but I do love vellum. and I'm going to try it. So we will see. But definitely some kind of a window in this envelope so that you can see the cards inside. I think this would look really nice. I want to have some gold splatters, maybe some fabric on the flap as well. I just want to make it extra special because like I said, this kit is special to me. The message behind it is special to me. And now these notches. Oh, I can barely see my pencil in these places, so. But that's okay. I can always go back later and correct any mistakes that I make with this cutting. So I hope you guys are okay. I know the situation with the virus is getting worse in many places, and I haven't gotten to respond to all of your comments under my previous video. I'm planning to do it after I film this video, but I've read them all, and I know some of you guys say that in your countries where you are, the situation is getting worse as well. So this is so sad and again scary, you know. Of course we are scared, and I wish it was over, but it doesn't feel like it can be over anytime soon, if you know what I mean. It just, I don't know how it could be over now. With the statistics that we have here in Poland, it's worse than it was in spring, so it's kind of worrying. But again, like I said, I mentioned it in my previous video, just having the space to craft and to clear my mind is a really, is it going to fit? Yeah, it's really important for me. So this is my safe place, this is my happy place here at my desk, and I'm grateful for it, you know. Still in a spirit of gratitude, I'm definitely grateful for it. Okay, let me see what I want to do now. This is gorgeous. Let me, I think, I'm going to ink my edges first before I do anything else. And I'm thinking I will use a die, maybe like a rectangular die, to make a big window on the back here. So like here. I think it could look nice. I'm just adding some definition to all the edges as usual with the inking. I am going to be inking inside as well, because I want there to be inked edges when you open the envelope and not just this white paper. We could line the envelope with something, but I don't think it's necessary. Maybe I will just add some gold splatters on the inside. That's an idea. I got my gold mist that I ordered and I mentioned some time ago, and I want to try it out, do some splatters. I used to love making gold splatters and adding them to anything, and I kind of forgot about this technique, but now that I have this gold mist, and well, it's a new product for me to try. I haven't tried this brand yet, but we can test it together. Okay, so here we have it. Now let me check. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to cut like a big window here, and I'm going to go for a rectangular shape. So I think I'm going to pause the video. I don't think you need to see me cutting a window in this, but you can do it like me. I'm going to do it with a die, or you can do it with what am I trying to say, with like a craft knife. So just, you know, draw maybe on this side, draw a rectangle and use your ruler and craft knife to cut a window. Okay, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so this is what I have. Like I said, I chose a rectangle with those rounded edges. So this is my window. It's big, it's how I wanted it, so that when you turn it over, you will see the cards kind of like this, you know, inside. You will see them. So what I want to fill this window with is vellum, and I have a sheet of vellum here. So I think I'm going to just cut a piece of it, and we will experiment with embossing it. I think it can turn out really cute if you can emboss on vellum. I really don't know if like the powder, if it will stick, if it will melt. Okay, like I often say in my videos, a lot of this is just experimenting, and that's kind of what I love about crafting, that there's so much new things. Always there are so many new things to try, to play with, to test out. How do I want to do it? Okay, let me ink the edges. Or do I want to, like, I'm inking it, but I'm also thinking if I want to actually ink it, or maybe instead of inking, okay, let me just finish it. Maybe instead of inking, I will take gold paste. If I can find it. Yeah, gold paste, and we will gild the inside edge of this. So this is gold pastel. The company or the brand is Renaissance. I'm not sure. I think this may be Polish or Italian, maybe. I don't know, but that's what I get online here in Poland, in some online craft stores. So I'm just adding a little of the paste on my finger, and I'm going to go messily around the edges, the inside edges of my window. This will give a nice pop of gold, and also, you know, the window and the vellum in the window will stand out better. I mean, at least that's how I feel. I do love to get my edges. I always, or almost always, do it with my journals, especially those that are hand painted. Well, I don't think you could do it on fabric covered journals. I don't know, I haven't tried really, but on my hand painted journals I always gild the edges. Okay, that should do it. And now for the embossing. So this is going to go here, and I have this stamp I've used it a lot of times before. This is just like a ornament type of background stamp. I got it on AliExpress. I don't think I've seen this like from any other company. I know Tim Holtz has some beautiful decorative stamps, but this one I like because it's big and it's like a whole background that you can make with this one stamp. So this is what I'm going to use, and also I could have prepared myself a little better so I don't go looking for things, but I also have this embossing, like a daba thing, so this is what I'm going to use, and some gold embossing powder. All of this is from Ranger, turns out. So okay, let me try this. Maybe I should, okay, let me pick this up so I can gather the excess powder. And with this daba, I'm like, it works, but I'm never really sure if it will work, because I can't tell if I'm putting enough, if it's actually going to give me the impression that I want. Maybe like this. And I don't want it to be like a perfect image, perfect impression. Definitely not what I ever go for. Okay, like I can't tell if it did anything. Let's try it. Let's add our powder and let's see if we're going to get any impression at all. Or maybe I will just have to use more of this dabber. Okay, we did get something, and I kind of like it. That's it. It's irregular, and we have this like space in between here. So let me use this piece of paper to clean the rest. I got some here on my desk. This is just a thing with embossing powder. You think you cleaned it all off, and then it always gets everywhere. Okay guys, I'll be back with you in a sec. I will use my heat tool to dry this, to melt the powder, and hopefully this will turn out nice. So see you in a sec. Okay, so this is now dry and melted, and this is what it turned out like. So you can actually emboss on the vellum, and it turns out beautifully. I hope you can see the shine, and it is of course embossed. You can feel the texture. It's gorgeous. I'm very happy with it. Is my camera focusing? Yes, it is. So now I am going to glue it in the window space. And I was thinking, because when I was die cutting or cutting, you know, out this rectangle, I used some washi tape to keep my die in place, and I was left with some glue here on the side. So I was thinking of adding something to the sides, and the thing that came to my mind is actually this trim, this gold leaf trim, and we could use it on like the sides here. Maybe one up, maybe one down, something like this. And then I would probably stitch all around it with my sewing machine as well. So let's do it. Oh, this is so dirty here on the inside, but it does not matter. So I'm going to first use some liquid glue. Whoa, not this. Oh, come back, come back. I do love this glue, but it gives me so much trouble. I don't have a good alternative for a nice, cheap, very good quality glue. Okay, so the cup was stuck a little bit. Let me remove this glue from here. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the edges here. If you don't want to sew around, that's totally fine. Just make sure you are using enough glue to hold your window in place. You don't want it to like curl up. Okay, and my envelope is going to be like this, so I want it like this. Just trying to make sure I'm going the right way up. Something like that. Yep. Okay. And as usual with those handmade window envelopes, when we close it like this, we are of course going to see a little bit of the vellum and all the stuff that we did here, but I'm never bothered with it, you know, because what I care about with those handmade envelopes is how they look inside and also how they look when you have stuff in them. And when you have stuff in them, they look beautiful and you are not going to be able to see the rough edges or anything like that. Okay. Ooh, I love it. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. And let's just put a card inside, and you can even read through it a little bit. So when you're going to have this envelope filled with cards, with all those beautiful question cards, it's going to be so fun and so beautiful. Okay, what next? Now I wanted the leaf trim, so let me cut. And this I just got from AliExpress, but it's quite popular. So I think you can get it almost anywhere. And I want maybe under this leaf here. Okay, so this one is going to go up and another one that's going to go down. And I want to cut it here, and if I have some excess I will cut it later. So I am going to sew through it, but first let me just use some liquid glue, and this glue is great because it also glues fabric. So I'm just going to use a little bit of it to keep this leaf trim in place where I want it before I stitch. Okay. Gorgeous. Right, now the second one. Yeah, ever since I got this leaf trim, I've been using it so much, and I've also got the green one. The green I think is the most popular. I've seen it the most, and I haven't used the green one nearly as much as I'm using the gold one. I don't know, I love gold so much, and I love how a little piece of this trim just adds such a nice shininess and spark to really any project. I love it. Okay, I'm going to trim off the excess of this stem here and here. I'm going to leave the leaves as they are hanging outside of the envelope a little bit, but ooh, look at this, guys. Look at how pretty. I love it. Okay, so what do I want to do next? Do I want to stitch it? let me see, before I go on and stitch, let me see what we could do on the front, maybe on the flap. Do I want any of these cute, like label-y things? Maybe not blue because it's going to... This is nice. It's going to... what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it's going to be too similar, and hence you won't be able to see it. Maybe a gratitude like this. That could be nice. Gratitude or thankful. Well, first of all, what I know... Oh, look at this. What I know I want is some fabric here. So we could either go with the leaf, or we could go with something else. And I have my box here of trims and fabrics, and it is such a mess. I don't even want to bring it to camera. Maybe I will make like a video organizing this thing with you guys. So ooh, I know what I want. I may want some lace trim, and I would put this gold trim over it. So here's my lace box, and it's a little bit more organized than my trims, but still, you know, not perfect. Far from it, really. And how about I used like this? I like it. It's very nice and very feminine. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to look any longer. So I want a piece of this trim. These were sent to me by Neri, who I've already thanked, but thank you again, Neri. I've been using your gorgeous, gorgeous laces so much, and I love them. Okay, I'm going to just use some wet glue straight on the flap here, smoosh it with my finger so it does not seep through the lace, and then I'm going to place my lace here. I want those bits to kind of overhang a little bit, not too much. Let me see, maybe that's too much actually. Just a little bit. But not too much so it does not come off, or, you know, anyone who uses this journal is not irritated by those little pieces. Okay. Now I want to cut this to shape. Yeah, of course you don't have to do it if you prefer a little bit of a lace hanging outside of the envelope, but this is just the look I have in mind. So this lace is going to be like my background for the leaf trim, and also adding just this gorgeous texture. I love it. Okay, and where do I want to trim it? Here. I'm going to do the same exact thing, so just add little bits of glue here and there on the leaves so that it stays down until I stitch through it with my sewing machine. And I want it somewhere here, I'm thinking. Okay. Yeah. So my fingers are sticky now, so it's coming off a little bit. That's fine. We can manage. Let me just add a little bit more glue. I just really wanted it to stay in place until I can reinforce it with my stitching. And this glue dries clear anyway, so it's not going to be visible. So would you guys be so kind as to give me like your thoughts on gratitude? Maybe what are you most grateful for in your life? Or have the recent world events taught you anything about gratitude like it did for me? Or maybe something you learned about gratitude? Do you have like a daily gratitude practice? Do you use a gratitude journal? If you're willing to share, I would love to read your thoughts on this. So thank you in advance for sharing with me. Okay, now I'm thinking I may actually want a little label here. And so where are those? This is Hope and Spark. And where are these pink ones? Oh, these are some smaller ones, but without any text on them. Here are the pink ones. Do I have anything else that I still can cut? No. So how about a small label like this, just trying to figure out which color and how big it should be to not to cover too much. This actually looks nice, and so anyone who uses it could just write their own like inspirational word, or write gratitude or prompts or something like this. So I'll just try on this Spark again, but I just feel it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to go with this. I'll just add a little bit of definition on these edges. Okay. And one more thing I want to do for sure is try those gold splatters, because there are so many like gold splatters on the papers, and I feel that if we added our own, it would add to the texture, but also to like the general feel, of these pages. This is so cute. So cute. Okay. So now I think I will sew through these with like a maybe just like a zigzag stitch, something like that. So yeah, so I will be back in a sec. Right, so I have sewn through it with a little bit of a brown thread, and I think it really adds an interesting touch to it and some more definition, and like an accent to all those beautiful pale pastel colors. So now I have this gold mist. This one is from 13 Arts. This is pearl gold, and I haven't tried this before. I mean, I just shook it and I tried it here on a like separate piece of paper to see if it will give me anything, and it looks beautiful. So I'm just going to make some splatters. You can of course see that there are splatters here, but I just think that if we add over it some actual splatters, these are printed, this will give us more dimension and more variation. So I'm willing to try it. Of course, I'm just going to get splatters everywhere on my desk. Probably should have used some paper underneath my envelope, but that's fine. So it splatters here in the window, on the lace, on the little label. Okay, like that. And I think we're pretty much done, guys. So I'm going to dry it, we're going to glue it down, we're going to see how our cards look into it, and then we are going to wrap it up. So yeah, let me dry it. Now that our envelope is done, I've already glued it, and I hope you can see the splashes, the gold splashes that I made over there. So they're slightly a different color of gold, but I actually like it, and they do add a little bit of shine and dimension, so it's really pretty. So let's add our cards. I love them so much. I write a short letter of gratitude for Sun. How really thought-provoking this is. I may just print them for myself and use them in my own journal. Okay, so here we have them. So here is our gratitude envelope, and it's going to be added to the gratitude journal somewhere here maybe. Why not? So it's an easy access, and yeah, I really like the big window. I think I might do more envelopes in future like this, and I hope you enjoyed this project, guys. Definitely let me know your thoughts on gratitude. Only, of course, no pressure. If you'd like to share anything, I'm always grateful. I'm always happy to hear your thoughts, or like I said, read your thoughts. Sorry. And yes, and stay tuned, for the next video. I will see you very soon. Bye.